How you doing out there? It's Irony, Cloud9 ENT. And that's not entertainment, that's enterprises. But I'm actually in the process of uploading one of my weekly news type videos, and we're doing it this week on Snowden, but I've been behind as fuck, so I figured I'd go ahead and do this one too, because the verdict just came in last night about the whole George Zimmerman, Trayvon-Martin incident. Basically, the way I feel about it is, I can see, the defense for letting him go. I can see it. But at the same time, if I'm a juror, it would have been a long night, I guess. Because, to me, anytime an adult shoots a minor and the minor is unarmed, in my opinion, you gotta do some time, especially if it's one-on-one and it's you chasing him, you know what I mean? So and again, I put myself in Trayvon's shoes, okay? If it's me and I'm walking down the street and I'm 6'2" like I am, and with the hoodie on and it's dark and it's raining and I'm walking to the store or whatever, and I see a volunteer sheriff or one of these neighborhood watch people following me, more than likely what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like, excuse me, you got an issue, you know what I mean? And I'm be like, I'm going to the store, motherfucker. Call the police. But at the same time, when I was a younger kid, I could definitely see myself just being not knowing who it is, and not knowing what it is or what's going on, and just seeing a stranger following you, and you're by yourself, so you do the only thing that you know to do, which is lead them somewhere where you can get first and hide for a little while and ambush them. That's basically the only thing that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Besides running for your life. But if you want to stand up for yourself and fucking face the fear and face the unknown assailant that's following you, then you need to, do that smartly, and that was the smart way to do it. And so then I put myself in George Zimmerman's shoes, and I'm like, okay, I'm the head of a neighborhood watch, or whatever. I don't know if he was necessarily the head of it, but working the neighborhood watch or whatever. I got my concealed carry. I'm driving down the street. I see a tall black kid, walking around, kind of looking lost, like he's out of place, something's just off maybe in your head about him. You call 911 and they tell you do not pursue. Me being the person that I am, I'm not going to put myself in a position where I could be liable for some crap. So if the 911 operator told me not to pursue this person, there's nothing in me that's going to make me get out and do that. And that's exactly what Zimmerman did. So once he deviated from just being neighborhood watch to being neighborhood vigilante, neighborhood dog the bounty hunter, neighborhood wannabe cop, he wasn't necessarily breaking the law, But at the same time, once you couple that with shooting and taking a life, at the end of this altercation, I think you got to be held responsible for it. Because it was your decisions that led to it happening and playing out that way. That's the way I look at it. But obviously the judge didn't see it that way. But again, like this, it's just a case that the media saw that, hey, this guy looks like he's white. You know what I'm saying? He has a white name, and he shot an underage black kid. We'll get everybody watching this on the media if we just pound it and keep pounding it and keep pounding it and keep pounding it. When the trial comes, we'll have ratings out the ass. And so that's how they do. That's how they get down for their money, because that's where they get their money, is their advertising. And 9 times out of 10, there's nothing on the news anybody wants to watch. So they have to take opportunities like the Jodi Arias trial, like the Casey Anthony trial, like this Zimmerman trial, like OJ's trial. They have to take opportunities like that to keep themselves, afloat financially, I believe, with the advertising dollars. Because if they can't find a reason to hook people, the internet is slowly but surely yanking viewers off of the news. So I think they need things like this, and they pick things like this, and they might not be trying to race bait or start a riot or anything like that, but it can damn sure escalate to that very quickly. But I mean, I read online, and I live here in Florida, so like it's another Florida case, just like Casey Anthony, and just like wasn't Jodi Arias? I think Jodi Arias was down here too. And then this Zimmerman thing. But another one that didn't get no publicity was a Florida resident, a black woman. She fired warning shots, and she got sentenced to 20 years in prison. Denied the standing your ground law. You know what I mean? And I posted it on Facebook, and I said, now you tell me that complexion doesn't matter. When George Zimmerman literally pursued someone, shot them dead, and walks, and this black woman shot warning shots into the air, didn't hurt nobody, and she's sitting in there for 20 years. Another thing that I've noticed about the case is that all of my African American celebrities, from Will Smith to T.I., everybody that I can see is almost trying to escalate the situation. First thing T.I. got put, fuck George Zimmerman. I can understand, but is that going to help anything? Hell no. And the people that follow you aren't the brightest, okay? So don't start something stupid for no reason, when really this kind of shit happens worse than that every single day. It's just that the media just decided to pick up this particular case for reasons that we all know. You know what I mean? But you don't look at the bigger picture. You just look at what's in front of you. You look at what's put in front of you. And I don't like that. And the right hand is doing something, watch the left hand. Same and vice versa. But like I said, they want to, like, they're like escalating the situation. And it's like, it's just not, this isn't Rodney King, you know what I mean? It's just not the same. Okay, you're talking about a mixed dude. Okay, a mixed dude, half Hispanic, I'm not exactly sure what kind, and half Caucasian, shooting an African American because he was a little gun happy. More than likely, that's what it was. Because, let's be honest, any 17-year-old, you get a gun pointed in your face, you ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe that's what he did, was put the gun in his face, and that's why he got his ass beat. Fucking knocked the gun out of his hand and started beating his ass. And then in the scramble, George got the gun back and shot the kid. But if somebody puts a gun in your face that doesn't identify themselves as a police officer, you have every right to defend yourself and bust their fucking ass. And by the same token, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as a community service person, watching out for the neighborhood, you don't need to be becoming a monster that you're trying to protect the neighborhood against. A murderer. Okay? So what do you do if somebody is stealing out the neighborhood? You can chase them down. You know what I'm saying? When they pop out of the bushes to ambush you, you give them a little ass whooping. But you let the kid live. You let them learn that lesson. You know what I mean? And Zimmerman did not do that. So people can see it any way they want to see it. The way I see it is, if a grown person is in a one-on-one altercation with a minor, and they shoot them, and it's an obvious situation where he could have defended himself without the use of deadly force, I think you need to do some time, buddy. And I hope nothing happens to you that's outside the realm of law. Good luck on that front. And for everybody who's mourning for Trayvon's injustice, there's plenty more injustice to be had for you, for your children, for your family, for people abroad who are still living. So I would focus your energy on trying to help solve the injustices that people who are still alive are facing and will face. I think that's a more constructive use of our time than watching the next murder case. But until that next murder case, until that next media circus where they pick up a story and run with it because they know people will latch on to it and talk and gossip about it. Until that next time, stay free, stay safe, stay armed. I hope nobody that you know or you is ever harmed. It's I am Enosh, Cloud9 ENT Enterprises, baby. Catch y'all next week. Talk about whatever we feel like. Holla.